this way. Taking up time with the silly games we play. Oh, we've got our love, and no matter how it's said and done, we are one. Love will see us through, we are one. And that's the way it is, we are one. And love will see us through, we are one. Come on, band, do it. Yeah, yeah. Right here, y'all. Oh, mother, mother, there's too many of you cry. Oh, brother, 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 there's far too many of you die. Oh, and you know we gotta find a way to bring some love in here today. Oh, Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. Oh, it's not the answer, but only love can conquer hate. Oh, you know we gotta find a way to bring some love in here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs, don't punish me with brutality. Don't talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rainbow Push. Can I get everybody to just put their hands together for me? Hey, hey, hey. Let's do it, y'all. Hey, the push is on. There's work for us to do. Hey, the push is on. The job is up to you. The push is on. There's work for us to do. Hey, the push is on. The job is up to you. We can make it a better place to live in right now. Can we count on you? Oh, the push is on. There's work for us to do. Hey, the push is on. The job is up to you. We can make it a better place to live in right now. Can we count on you? We can make it a better place if we only try.
Welcome to the Rainbow Push Coalition's community meeting. We are broadcasting live from Dr. King's workshop in Chicago's Hyde Park neighborhood, 930 East 50th Street. We are live on WVON radio station, 1690 on your dial, and WJYS television network and the Word Network, Facebook and YouTube. There's nothing like being here in person, so we ask you to come on and join us here at the Rainbow Push Coalition Saturday Morning Forum. In the tradition of our founder, Jesse Lewis Jackson, our mission is to gain, protect, and defend civil and human rights while leveling the economic and educational playing fields, support justice, and serve determination for all people. We now are in a fight, brothers and sisters. The push is on. The push is on. The push is on.
The push is on. There's work for us to do. Hey, the push is on. The job is up to you. We can make it a better place to live in right now. Can we count on you? Hey, we can make it a better place. We can make it a better place if we only try, only try. We can make it a better place. We can make it a better place if we only try.
Come on, put your hands together. Put your hands together. Welcome to the Rainbow Push Coalition Saturday Morning Forum. We ask that you stand right now for our Negro National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. Put your right hand of power to the sky.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Oh yeah.
Sing it if you know it.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Come on, put your hands together. Put your hands together. Yes, 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 yes. I want to introduce you all. You may be seated, you may be seated. I want to introduce you all to a woman who represents justice, who represents power, who represents strength. I have the honor of serving with her here at the Rainbow Push Coalition. Let me introduce to you the Reverend Dr. Jeanette Wilson.
Good morning. Today we are praying for power and strength for the people in Haiti who are still battling internally with gangs that are preventing food and resources from being given to those in need. We're praying for divine protection, peace, and justice for those in Gaza who are still facing bombs every single day, challenges to life for children and mothers and innocent people are dying still today in Gaza and Haiti. We're praying for our historical black colleges and universities who face threats of bombs and disaster on those campuses across the nation. We're praying for our students and the faculty and administration of HBCUs, historical black colleges and universities. And we're praying for the family of J. Alfred Smith, Sr., former pastor of Allen Temple Baptist Church in Oakland, California, one of our key pastoral leaders in this nation. Our Father and God, we pause to say thank you. Thank you for those who are living under threat of cuts by this administration. We thank you for those congresspersons and those elected officials who are fighting every day to preserve and to reach a balanced budget. God, we are praying for those families who, when 10,000 jobs may be lost in the government in the state of Maryland, we are praying for those families because 10,000 people, that's 10,000 families that are now impacted. God, we're praying that you would guide and direct us, that we might stand in the midst of so many challenges to our people with the ICE raids across the nation, the intervention in the lives of so many innocent people. God, we know that you are still in charge, and so we ask that you calm our anxiety, calm and rest our spirits, that we might be able to still stand for justice, stand for righteousness. We ask these things in your name, and for your sake, we pray. Let every heart say, amen. Now we ask that every Saturday we ask parents, come, bring your children. We have a STEM program in the building each and every Saturday, teaching our young people how to not just text on the phone and not just be on social media, but how to design apps, how to make money, how to do robotics, because if you notice, robotics are ruling the world. Robots are ruling the world now. Our children need to know how to make them, maintain them, and build these robotic empires that will now take over factories that we took for granted, that we used to work in. The new jobs will be STEM jobs, and so we're training STEM. We have an oratorical program for young people. But more than that, you and your young people, when they come to Push on Saturday, will get information and get inspiration. So we need you to make Push a part of your rhythm. You can tune in to us at WJYS Television. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us live on Facebook. But you need to be in the place because we have food for you. Every Saturday we're giving away baskets of groceries just to help to provide some stopgap for those who are living on the margins. Join us next Saturday. We want everybody in the Chicagoland area, Chicago, all around the suburbs. You can fly in if you want to. It's Reverend Jackson's 84th birthday. He has been giving to us for more than 60 years. And so you don't want to miss next Saturday. You want to be here so you can shout happy birthday. You can sing happy birthday. You can welcome him as he comes to the broadcast next Saturday. 84 years is nothing to sneeze at. Immediately following the broadcast today, we have our food giveaway sponsored by the Church of Latter-day Saints. We're giving away rice, green beans, spaghetti sauce, pancake mix, maple syrup, salt. I just can't tell you everything, but you don't want to miss it. Also today, we're celebrating September birthdays. Joe Moore, a board member of Push for Excellence. Joyce Tucker, board chair for Push Excel. Julianne Malveaux, president of Push Excel. Mr. Yusef Jackson, who is chief operating officer, chief executive officer of Rainbow Push. Jan Camps, Ms. Hazel Thomas, longtime Push member. Happy birthday to all of the Push members and Push family members. And as our choir comes with our musical aggregation comes with another musical selection, you get ready. We have some powerful speakers coming up. We have one of the daughters of this organization, Dana Porter, Director of Outreach for the Cook County Board of Review. We're going to tell you what to do about taxes. You know your taxes are too high. Property taxes are too high everywhere. Well, Dana Pointer is going to tell us how to deal with that. And we have the Reverend Donald Parsons going to talk about the role of the Christian church. And then we're going to talk to our own selves, Reverend Stephen Thurston II. He's pastor of the Cove. You don't know what the Cove is? This New Covenant Missionary Baptist Church. Musical selection.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a song for you real quick. Let's go. Right here, y'all. Hey. People keep on learning, yeah. And my soldiers keep on warning, yeah. World, yeah, keep on turning. 'cause it won't be too long. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, powers keep on lying. Hey, while my people keep on dying. Yeah, world keep on turning. Oh, it won't be too long. Yeah, yeah, come on. I'm so darn glad he let me try it again. 'Cause my last time on earth I did what I said. I'm so glad I know more than I knew way back when. Keep on trying till I reach the higher ground. Hey, 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 hey. Lovers keep on loving. Yeah, my believer, keep on believing. Yeah, sleepers keep on sleeping, 'cause it won't be too long. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, I'm so darn glad he let me try it again. 'Cause my last time on earth I did what I said. I'm so glad I know more than I knew way back when. Gonna keep on trying till I reach the high. We're gonna have a funky good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a funky good time. Yeah, we're gonna take you high, higher. Hey, we're gonna take you high, higher. Hey, oh, I'm so darn glad he let me try it again. 'Cause my last time on earth I did what I said. I'm so glad he let me. I knew what that thing gonna keep on trying till I reach the higher ground.
Higher ground, higher ground, higher ground, higher ground. We're going to higher ground, brothers and sisters. You gotta be here in person. You gotta be here in person because sometimes we just have special guests that drop by. A friend of the organization, I want to introduce to you right now the president of the Cook County Bar Association, Antonio Lee. Come on, brother.
How's everybody doing? You can do better than that. How's everybody doing? Good, good. My name is Antonio Lee, and I am the president of the Cook County Bar Association, and I want to come today to bring you greetings. Last week, we held the State of the Union address where a lot of black lawyers, some of our organizations, showed up to talk about the critical issues in our community, the state of democracy, protecting the rule of law, black generational wealth, and so many other issues that affect our community. But we're not done. We are going to have more lawyers that come here and have legal clinics to partner up with Rainbow Push Coalition. That's right. Give a round of applause for that. On top of that, our organization is vetting candidates who are seeking to get to the bench. As president of this organization, not only are we engaging with the community, but we're also building that pipeline for the next generation of lawyers. In fact, I have to go and speak at a Know Your Rights seminar immediately after this to a bunch of students who are entering college to tell them about their First Amendment rights and their Fourth Amendment rights, what to do if they're stopped by the police. And then we're going to kick off a law school tour. We're going to every law school in Illinois to talk about who the Cook County Bar Association is and what our lawyers are doing to make sure that they know how to bridge that gap and to become a lawyer. It's not enough just to stop and be a law student. You have to cross that extra bridge to become an attorney. And so that's the work that we're doing. The Cook County Bar Association is the oldest association of black lawyers and judges founded in this country in 1914, right here in Chicago. And I want you all to know who the president is and the work that we're doing in this time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We are so grateful for our relationship with the Cook County Bar Association and Antonio Lee. Give him another round of applause. Today we welcome Dana Pointer. Dana is the Director of Outreach and the Senior Condominium Analysis for Commissioner Larry Rogers, Jr. with the Cook County Board of Review. Ms. Pointer is the adjudicates appeals of residential and commercial properties and stipulates cases for the Property Tax Appeal Board. In 2020, she received the Women's Property Tax Association Diversity Scholarship because of her commitment to educating all taxpayers in Cook County, regardless of race, religion, or level of education. Put your hands together right now for Ms. Dana Pointer.
Good morning, everyone. This is a full circle moment for me. I'm a Push baby. I've grown up in Push, so I'm so glad to be back here today to share some information with you all. As many of you know, you're still waiting on your second installment tax bill. People are apprehensive about what is to come. Right now, we do not have a date because of issues with the technology that has been placed at the county and also issues within the assessor's office. But Commissioner Larry Rogers, Jr., who is your commissioner, wants to make sure that you're prepared and you have the information that is needed. All right? I want to give you guys a phone number that I want you to take down. The phone number is 872-345-4747. With this number, Commissioner Rogers has created a mobile-friendly link, so those of us who do not have access to laptops or desktops still have the capability of filing an appeal from your phone. Most people have a phone, have their email, pictures, and many things attached to that device. So if you would like to file a property tax appeal, you can use that number, again, 872-345-4747. And you're going to text the word FILE, F-I-L-E. Once you do that, you will be sent a link back to file directly from your phone. For those of you who live in West Chicago Township, your window is open currently now for appeals, and you have until October 21st. Again, at the Board of Review, we are like the checks and balances for the assessor's office. The assessor's office assesses the value of all the properties throughout Cook County, and if you're dissatisfied, you come to us at the Board of Review for us to take a second look at it. All right? So again, please remember our website, which is www.cookcountyboardofreview.com. And your commissioner, Commissioner Rogers, is dedicated to making sure that everyone is paying their fair share and nothing more. We have staff in the community center today to service any of you, and we will be back again. So again, thank you all so much for having me, and remember to file your property tax appeal. Thank you so much.
Come on, y'all. You can do better than that for Miss Dana. She's blessing us. She's blessing us. She's blessing us behind the scenes. The next brother, the next pastor, the next man of God that you will hear is Dr. Stephen Thurston II. He is a voice in our community of power, of strength, a leader in our community in a time such as this when we need leadership. He has a word for us today. He has a word for us that will lead us, that will guide us. So after this next song, the very next voice you'll hear is the powerful voice of the pastor of the Cove, Reverend Dr. Stephen Thurston II.
How many know it's time to wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Come on, say with me, wake up. Wake up. Come on, say wake up. Wake up. Say wake up. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Here we go. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There is so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up, all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what we have to say. They're the ones who are coming up. The world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. Whoa, world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na 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 na. World won't get no better. We got to change it now. Just you and wake up. All the doctors make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and catch all the hell. They don't have so very long before the judgment day. Won't you make him happy before they pass away? Wake up, all the builders, time to build a new land. And we can make it, I know that we can. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out, they do it every time. If you know it, come on, help me sing. The world won't get no better. Come on, wave them hands. If we just let it be, na 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 na. World won't get no better. We got to change it now. Yes, you wake up. Come on, say wake up. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Come on, Reverend. Wake up. Right now. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Amen.
Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. Join us. It's still not too late to come to Push to hear this powerful message that you're going to hear shortly. Those of you who are watching and listening to us on WBON, watching us on YouTube, watching us on Facebook, and those of you who are in the audience, it's your opportunity right now to give. You need to prepare to support our efforts. We've been on the cutting edge of this struggle for fighting for our rights for the last several years, several decades, as a matter of fact, 4 decades. Since 1971, we've been working on economic empowerment. We've been working on political equity. We've been working on educational equity. We've been fighting for health care for all. We've been fighting for food security for those who are food insecure. We want you to join us in this fight. Some of you can march. Some of you can make phone calls. Some of you don't have the ability to do any of that, but you can give. This is your opportunity to give. You can make your checks payable to the Rainbow Push Coalition. Or if you want to do old school, just give your cash. Or if you're watching us and you're sitting here, you can text the word PUSH, P-U-S-H, to 41444. Or you can give electronically. We have the swipe. If you're in the building, you can swipe your card. What we need you to do is give. Everybody can give something. I'm not going to tell you how much, but every dollar is valued. We are not funded by any government agency. We are funded by your gifts, your support. Push membership is $35 a year, but we really want you to think of yourself as an ambassador for justice, and we want you to engage in the justice movement. There are many things that are happening, and I know you're wondering, how can I respond? What should I do? Well, we're trying to give you information every Saturday. We try to share with you what's going on and how you should respond. We want to make sure that everyone has an understanding of your rights as a United States citizen. When you're stopped, what should you do? Remain silent. You have a right to remain silent. And your First Amendment right doesn't give you the right to litigate on the street. So we're trying to make sure that you protect yourself. Even though you may be right, you don't want to be dead right on the street. You cannot argue with people with a gun who stop you. The best thing you do is answer their questions. You have to give them your name and you show them your identification. You do not have a right to argue. So if you were going to give any amount of money, starting with 100 on down, raise your hand today if you're in the audience. Those of you who are driving, don't raise your hand. Just send your text later. If you're going to give any money, the ushers will come and get it. We thank you for your support. What are you supporting? We have a youth program. We have students here. We have a food distribution program. We want you as an ambassador to be a part of our team. We want you to help mobilize and motivate people to join us in this movement. Sometimes we'll just be feeding families. Other times we're going to be challenging our elected officials to fight for us, whether they're in the federal government, the state government, the county government, or the city government. We want to make sure that our schools are preparing our children for the present and the future. We want to make sure that jobs are available for those who need to work. We want to make sure that you get all of your benefits. That's what we fight for. Fighting for you is what we do. And now, it is indeed my pleasure to really present to you Reverend Stephen Thurston II, one of the most powerful voices in the nation at this time. He is a young man who is not just college trained, seminary ready, but he practices what he preaches. He has been working with migrants. He's been working with homeless. He is building and access to health care from his church. He is a model for what the church in action looks like. He's reaching out to every generation, particularly those who seem to be disconnected from the church. He's doing all kinds of creative things, and in spite of all of that, he takes time to come and give his time to the movement for social justice and social change. He is a powerful preacher, and after this musical selection, the next speaking voice you will hear is Reverend Stephen J. Thurston II. Won't you greet him with a round of applause?
Bless your family.
Good morning, evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy from laughter when you hear me when I say, 'cause love's in need of love today. Oh, don't delay, send yours in right away. Oh, okay, oh, going round, breaking many hearts. Oh, stop it, please, before it's gone too far. please, before it's gone too far. Oh, hey, it's going around, breaking many hearts. We all need love.
Can we celebrate this music ministry, these gifts? Push, it's another day God's blessed us. It's another day that God's kept us. And we're excited to be in this space today. Matter of fact, it's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to be free. It's a good day to be black. We're excited about how God keeps on keeping us. For our time today, let me draw your attention to the book of 2 Kings, chapter 13. Verses 20 through 21 read like this. Elisha died and was buried. Now, Moabite raiders used to enter the country every spring. Once, while some Israelites were burying a man, suddenly they saw a band of raiders, so they threw the man's body into Elisha's tomb. When the body touched Elisha's bones, the man came to life and stood up on his feet. For the few minutes that I have to share with you today, allow me to hang this headline above this text. Headline reading, Die Another Day. In a paper entitled A Theory of Human Motivation, published in 1943, the famed American psychologist Abraham Maslow presented a 5-tiered model of human motivation, commonly known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. From boardrooms to classrooms, from therapists to theologians, the categorization of these needs has been used to know and navigate what makes humans tick so that we can better prepare and place people on paths towards progress in their lives. Although Maslow's hierarchy typically depicts 5 levels of needs, there's actually a 6th that towards the end of his life, Maslow deemed to be the true pinnacle of human motivation, transcending the individual concerns connected with the first 5 levels of needs. This 6th level of self-transcendence represents the drive that's connected to what is considered to be one's higher purpose, with the realization that we're all just one small piece of a greater whole. And while Maslow suggests meeting physiological needs and safety needs and social needs and esteem needs and self-actualization needs are the key motivational drivers behind most human behavior, Push, as I've studied Maslow's work, I've come to discover that the key motivational force for me and my life is actually death. Death, that next step in the sequence of our existence. Death, that universal and inescapable phenomenon that can be delayed but never denied. Death, that certain outcome with the uncertain date and uncertain method of delivery. In the context of self-transcendence, it's death that motivates my mindset and dictates my decision. Push, I'm simply seeking to suggest today that it's actually the fear of dying that's driving my existence. While you may be tempted to sympathetically soothe my stress with the reminder that, Stephen, no one lives forever, let me be clear. It's not the physical death that I'm afraid of, but it's actually my second death. Ernest Hemingway has suggested that every man has 2 deaths. The first when he's buried in the ground, and the second being the last time someone says his name. And anytime death is brought up, I find myself returning to the same rhetorical question. How long will I live after I die? I wrestle with this question, Dr. Bonds, because there's a fear of fading away and becoming forgotten. A fear of vanishing from the minds and the memories of people. A fear of my words and my works withering, wasting, and washing away over time. And as I survey the scenery of this space today, the looks on some of your faces are subliminally suggesting that I just need to accept the fact that death is a certainty in everyone's life. And while I can accept that sentiment, I can't agree with it, and here's why. From the theological process of preparing to preach every Sunday, to the sociological study that I engage in on a regular basis on shifts in societal behaviors, I find myself under the tenacious tutelage of words and works of people from the past. Despite the fact that these academicians and authors and social activists are no longer present, their presence still lives on. Though they've died their first death, because their words and works have made such an indelible impact, they've been able to posthumously proclaim that their second death has not come. And as a matter of fact, they're simply saying from the grave, I'll die another day. It was one day last month, Bobby, midway through a flight, when the pilot alerted us that we needed to remain seated with our seatbelts tightly fastened due to the fact that we were entering a stretch of severe turbulence. As the plane began to reel and rock violently, dropping altitude, I turned up my headphones and pulled out my pen and pad. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see tears flowing down the face of a frightened passenger sitting next to me as she gripped my arm for dear life. After 20 minutes of being tossed to and fro, that pilot safely landed that plane. And as we prepared to disembark the aircraft, the woman who was sitting next to me tapped me on the shoulder, expressing that she had a question. She said, "Sir, I noticed that the worse things got up there in the air, the calmer you seem to be. Matter of fact, every time we hit a rough spot, I noticed that you'd write something on your pad." She said, "Sir, would you happen to be a pilot?" My response was, "No, ma'am, I'm a preacher. And what you saw me writing when things got tough were promises that had not yet come to pass in my life." I was able to remain cool, calm, and collected in the midst of chaos because I won't have a legacy until I complete that list. And because I'm not completed that list, I knew I had no reason to panic on that plane. All I was trying to get that woman to see was that, yes, at some point I'm going to die, but I'm going to die another day. That woman's terror on the plane mirrors what some of us feel on a daily basis. As we sojourn through this society saturated in stress, we're subject at any given moment to the activation of our sympathetic nervous system, triggering a stress response. It's in the presence of something physically or psychologically terrifying that our body prepares to either fight or flee, as we subconsciously convince ourselves that we're gonna die another day. Y'all sitting there like you don't know what I'm talking about, but let's run back through the tunnels of time. When Harriet Tubman made those 19 rescue missions to escort 300 slaves to freedom through the Underground Railroad, all she was telling our ancestors was that we out, but we gonna die another day. When we examine the work of Martin and Malcolm and Marcus and Jesse and Mandela and Chairman Fred and balance them with the brilliance of Daisy Bates and Ella Baker and Dorothy Heights and Fannie Lou Hamer, what you'll discover is that they have been and are still saying to racist and bigoted white people working towards the demise of black people through policies and practices that we gonna die another day. That's how, in the absence of any formal training, when you were pushed into the deep end of that swimming pool, you somehow figured out how to balance your body to keep your head above water. And in spite of the notion that black people don't know how to swim, you subconsciously said to yourself in that moment, I'm gonna die another day. That's how, in spite of your osteoarthritis, you developed Sha'Carri Richardson-like speed when that dog got loose in your neighborhood. While you were walking down the street, you subconsciously said to yourself, even though every dog has its day, I'm gonna die another day. No, you remember when your parent reprimanded you, that brought you into the world, and they said that I'll then take you out of this world if you keep messing with me. And just before that extension cord or the rod of correction could connect with your blessed assurance, you took off running. Because you subconsciously said to yourself, I'll die another day, even if it's actually later today. when the business idea flatlined and the eviction papers were served and the bankruptcy was filed, but you found yourself a few months later filing new articles of incorporation and designing a new logo and opening up a new business account, you were just subtly reminding your dreams that though they were deferred, they would have to die another day. When you finally decided to choose fight over flight regarding your substance abuse addiction and have since maintained the discipline and willpower to avoid a relapse, you subconsciously saying to yourself, I'll die another day. Individually and collectively, turbulence has tossed the fuselage of our lives to and fro, dropping the altitude of our joy, forcing our dreams and desires violently against restraints of scarce resources, altering the airspeed of our personal and professional progress, and subjecting us to the real risk of stuff we thought we securely stored in the overhead bin. And then it suddenly falls out on us. Nevertheless, there's a reserve of resilience and resolve that we can tap into that can position us, like me on that flight, to remain calm, cool, and collected even in the face of commotion. And you're wondering, well, Stephen, how can I access that reserve of resilience? How can I consistently come to the confident conclusion that in the midst of chaos and confusion in my life, like you on that flight, I'm gonna die another day? That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked, because for a great question, I've got a great answer. Y'all ready for it? We can consistently come to the confident conclusion that we'll die another day when we accept the fact that often what we think is dead still has life left in it. And nowhere do we see this promise pronounced than within the text that's before us today. As we penetrate the periphery of this particular pericope, we encounter Elijah evading his second death. After 60 years of conducting prophetic ministry, confronting idolatry, and consulting royalty, the text tells us that Elisha dies. The interesting thing about the biblical text is that death is treated inconsistently throughout the sacred scriptures. Different times and places held different understandings of the afterlife, reflecting evolving theological understandings across historical contexts and cultural frameworks. But within the times of our text here, ancient Hebrew text, there was no separation that existed between body and soul. The soul simply animated the body. And only centuries later would Greek thought introduce a familiar concept of the body returning to earth while the soul ascended to heaven or descended to hell. In plain talk, Push, life and death weren't separate phenomena, but intertwined expressions of divine will, death being the natural conclusion to human existence. Thus within this text, the text says in verse 20 that Elijah died and was buried. For in ancient Hebrews, this was literally the end of their story. Having no concept of heaven or hell, no concept of eternal life, the only way that an individual could then live beyond the grave was through their pedigree or their posterity. Some of y'all not getting it, so let me say it this way. Eternity was connected to legacy, and legacy came as a result of prosperity. Okay, you're still not getting it. So let me lay this hay where the horses can get to it. Let me try to say it this way. Elijah is dead, and the only way that he could live on in this context is through children. But the rather forbidding and foreboding analysis of Elijah's status is that he's a barren bachelor. I'm simply seeking to suggest that verse 20 is telling us that Elijah is dead. But by the time we get to verse 21, we find the prophet posthumously pronouncing, I'll die another day. Y'all looking at me funny like I'm making it up, but it's right there in the text. In verse 20, we find Elisha encountering his first death. But by the time we get to verse 21, we find Elisha evading his second death. The question that you're raising is, Stephen, how did this happen? How was he dead in verse 20, but declaring in verse 21? How do you suggest that though dead, Elijah could confidently come to the conclusion that he died another day? Stephen, make it make sense. Yes, okay, I will. Yes, Elisha died, but his work didn't, which proves that what we thought was dead still had life in it. So not only did this unnamed man who was dropped in Elisha's tomb live to die another day, but because Elijah lived a life that continuously and consistently gave life to other people, he did too. And here we stand, over 2,000 years later, after the time of this text, lifting Elisha's name and his nature. And every time somebody does this, Elijah is essentially saying, I'll die another day. So often, death brings about the end of our effectiveness. But the legacy of Elijah's life teaches us that while we're alive, we've got the opportunity to ignite something that will burn in us, say something that will embody us, and do something that will outlast us. All so that we can leave something that gives life even after the expiration of ours. There was so much life in Elijah that even in his death, he brought things back to life. And so the question that begs to be answered today, the question that each of us needs to wrestle with, is how long are you going to live after you die? How will the world be transformed because you lived and died? What cascading events can you intimate that will propagate good throughout this world even after you've left it? What actions can you engage whose consequences will reverberate positively forever? What seasoned souls that are harboring treasures of knowledge soon to be lost can young people connect with to ensure that those names and stories will be whispered for generations to come? What are you going to leave here and do today, this week, this month, this year, that will position you to evade your second death and declare that you'll die another day? How can we position the bones of push so that when spiritual, emotional, psychological, financial, and relationally dead bodies drop into this place and make contact with our bones, they resurrect, stand up, and walk out independently convinced that despite how bad things look in their life, they gonna die another day? In an interview conducted by the BBC, Bishop Desmond Tutu was asked to recall a defining moment in his life. Bishop Tutu flashed back to his 9-year-old self, walking down the sidewalk with his mother, as a tall white man dressed in a black suit approached them. As the man got closer, he stepped off the sidewalk into a ditch, allowing young Tutu and his mother to pass as he tipped his hat as a gesture of respect. While that might sound chivalrous to us, it was countercultural to them. In the days of apartheid, when a black person and white person met while walking on the same path, the black person was expected to step into the gutter to allow the white person to pass, nod their head as a gesture of respect. But because Trevor Huddleston, an Anglican priest, was bitterly opposed to apartheid, that one gesture changed the trajectory of Bishop Tutu's life. When his mother told him that Mr. Huddleston had stepped off the sidewalk because he was an Anglican priest and a man of God, Desmond Tutu decided in that moment at 9 years old that he too would become an Anglican priest, but more importantly, a man of God, and the rest is history. Bishop Tutu encountered his first death December 26, 2021. But because of the witness of his work, not only has he evaded his second death, but he's also enabled Trevor Huddleston to do the same thing. Push, can you imagine what could happen? What could shift? Who you'll impact and influence if you're courageous and ambitious enough to decide in advance what your legacy as a socially conscious advocate and activist will look like based off the problems that you help to solve and the difference that you make in this city? Can you imagine your life being so influential that generations from now, people will look back at the mark you made on community in awe and appreciation over the dead stuff you were able to bring back to life? Give the text. Elisha's life and his work represented the grace of God. And can you imagine being so locked into God's voice that you end up extending the grace of God to the main people that have been told or made to feel that they're not even worth God's grace? Can you imagine, Push, curating ministry that honors the past, embraces the present, and shapes the future, leading people from 7 to 70 to commit to a God and act like a Christ, healing people, changing people, encouraging the life of people you don't even know? Push, I get it. A lot of stuff around us looks dead, but that just indicates that there's still work for us to do. And because you've got a list of promises that God has given you that have not yet come to pass, that just means you're going to have to die another day. When you leave from this place, when you consider that all God has prepared for you, all God has designed for you, all God still has left inside of you, I just want to know how many of us are going to leave here today saying, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how desperate life seems to be, I've made up my mind that I'm going to die another day.
Reverend Bond is going to come and lead us, because we're going to die another day. So I'm going to die another day. Not today, another day. We're going to keep hope alive. We're winning every day. This is a moment for us to really reflect on each of you who are here. Some for baskets, some for information. Give Reverend Stephen Thurston II a round of applause. Every time I hear him, I am just so inspired and encouraged by his prophetic ministry. So here's the thing. This ought to give you a real sense of what can you do now before you die the first time. What can you give to the movement, to the nation? Maybe you want to say, I want to work with children. You can come to Push and do that every Saturday. Maybe you say, I want to participate in the phone bank so you can call people. Maybe you say, I want to be a part of this volunteer group. I want to picket when you shut down stores that are not treating us fairly. You might say, I want to write letters to those who are languishing behind prison walls. Maybe you say, I just want to give some time. I want to be a part of this movement for change while I'm here. If you want to do that, raise your hand. Well, we want to see you in the lobby right after the broadcast. And now as Reverend Bond comes and sings us a hymn, we're going to start to give our bags away. I know some of you are coming for relatives or neighbors, co-workers who are in the need of just some encouragement. This won't feed you for a lifetime, but it's a start. And these are things that all of us can use, and we hope that you benefit from them. Reverend Bond?
I'm going to take a trip on that good gospel ship, and we'll go sailing through the air. And when my ship comes in, I'm gonna leave this old world of sand, and we'll go sailing through
If you are prepared to get a bag, won't you line up over in this aisle, this way. If you're going to get a bag, we'll start with the front row first. Come this way.
So much trouble. Come on, help me, Steve. I had to cry sometimes. I need a waking night. Come on, push. That's all right.
We're going to distribute bags from your left. Go this way to get a bag. Go line up in that aisle.
I say right now, right now. Trouble in my way. Woo! I had to pray sometime. Oh, so much trouble. I had to pray sometime. I laid awake at night. That's all.
Appeal your taxes upstairs. After you get your bag, you go up to the community hall in the front. Our tax people are right in the front lobby.
He will fix it right now. Listen, stepped in the furnace. The song goes, long time ago. Oh, Shadrach and Meshach. And I've been and gone. They didn't worry. This I know. I know Jesus. I know Jesus. If you know it, come on, help me sing. I know Jesus. If you let him fix it, he will be your friend. You ought to let him fix it. 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 I know Jesus. He'll fix it after a How many know we need healing in the land? Healing, healing, healing. Innocent blood in the land. So much killing in the land. People are dying in the land. My prayer is you heal the land. There is hatred in the land. There is crime all over the land. No more love in the land. My prayer is you heal the land. Heal the land. Heal the land. My prayer is you heal the land. Heal the land. So much trouble in the land, guns and drugs in the land, gangs are on the rise in the land. My prayer is you hear the land. Hear the land, please, oh Lord, hear the land. Prayer is that you hear the land. Hear the land, please, sir, hear the land. My prayer is, hear the land. So many crises in the land. There's no peace in the land. There is no love in the land. My prayer is, Lord, hear the land. Hear the land. Hear the land. My prayer is you hear the land. Hear the land. All across the world, hear the land. My prayer is, Lord, that you hear the land. God bless you. God keep you as I pray.